It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third qualifying session of the season here. We are in the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series. We are live from the Auto Club Speedway, the second night race of the season. Getting ready to kick off third qualifying session of the season here for the Reese's 500. And try and focus in on the car with TV1. That is with TV2, so yep. Gonna be 50 laps of action around this 2.5 mile super speedway here. 2 mile super speedway, I should say, here in Fontana, California. First race of this little mini West Coast swing here for Reese's 500. Of course, the next race after this will be the Revesto's Rattlesnake 400 from, I believe it's 400 mile race. Let me check on that real quick. That'll be next week for the Phoenix International Raceway. Check here, the focusing on Derek Hamilton with his lap times. First lap down, Trey Smith top of the board first with a 56-second lap, and now Mitchell Collins with a 56-second lap, and that is just the opening laps here. So once these guys start to get around, that is going to be very good. Yes, that's the Rattlesnake 400 from the Phoenix International Raceway will be next week. Race after that, yes, check the schedule. Once again, it's Trey Smith, 37-second lap here. Trying to locate it. There is Trey Smith for Velocity Racing. So yes, Bobo's Mountain Sugar 400 from Vermont is in 2 weeks, but Trey Smith for Velocity Racing. Gonna have Matt Tuck in the booth with us in about an hour for the call of the Reese's 500. First time he'll be joining us tonight, and the first time since the Spencer's Clash. We will have a co-commentator in the booth with us. Sorry if you heard that. Landon Smith Jr. jumps to the top of the charts with a 37.046. Polar Star Motorsports, Landon Smith Jr.'s team has been absolutely horrendous. 336 total points have been amassed by that team in 2 races, and especially given this new point system where the max points you can get is 215 or 220 points. The fact that 3 cars have amassed just about 112 points each is pretty poor in my opinion. But hey, it's early in the season. I know Nathan Smith, he can turn that around with his team, but you need to if it's any opportunity to turn around, it's at a venue like Auto Club, especially under the lights here on the West Coast. People on there say West Coast is the best coast, but I'm a little bit biased, and that being from the East Coast, which I've lived almost all of my life. But Nelson Reese, who had the fastest lap in last week's Miami Vice 400 from Homestead, jumps up to the top of the charts with a sub 37-second lap. And just as I say that, Brennan Wilmington also jumps to the top of the board, getting a little bit of a toe off of Juan Rodriguez in the 48. And Wilmington looking to get not Polar Star Motorsports, Pacific Racing, I should say, their first win of the season. Trying to get Toyota their first win of the season. Ford and Chevrolet both have wins. Dano Georgi in the Daytona 500, and Madison Tall last week in a very, very insane Miami Vice 400 for Chevrolet. Buck Racing still searching for that first win as a team. It's absolutely insane that they don't have a win, in my opinion, given that they still have 3 cars, just like last season. I believe they're the only team returning to this season that is a multi-car team that does not have a race win. The other team being Davenport Family Racing, as Madison Toll picking up right where she left off with a 36.499 second lap around the Auto Club Speedway. Just a bit over 5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. I'm just gonna say it now as she almost gets in the quarter panel of Clifton, but this Auto Club race later on this evening is going to be very, very, very interesting, as Tall files right in front of her teammate Josh Williamson, and their team owner Nathan Stapleton is somewhere on the racetrack. But definitely a lot of these guys doing a good job, as Tyler Reynolds in the 19 for Buck Racing jumps to the top of the charts. Trying to locate him. There he is with Daisy Johnson and Ethan Lewis, rookie in the number 79 Otter Island Motorsports Camry. Trying to mention a lot of people in here. There's Colton Yo for Yo Racing in the O-Tube, and pretty solid in the first couple of races. Nathan Smith already outlined their struggles points-wise. 17 of Logan Williams, I should say. Actually a very, very poor Homestead race. Ran into Zachary Fitzwater a lap before the big one struck, as Derek Hamill returns back out onto the racetrack. Homestead definitely was its own animal of a race. There's Zachary Fitzwater for Polar Star Motorsports, not doing too well in that 9 car. There is your current owner's point leader of Brendan Yodel, who has had 2 very, very solid runs in the number 26 KFC Dodge for Daniel Voiles Racing, and your points leader is somewhere out here, I believe, trying to find him out. Well, he's right behind his teammate, Ryan Benjamin, your point leader after 2 races, 380 points towards the chase, I should say, and then eventually the championship. And then on the other end of the spectrum, Tristan Allen, he has really had a really rocky start to his season so far. And then your rookie points leader, trying to find him, Dano Georgia, your Daytona 500 winner, surprisingly is still up there in the rookie points with 325 points towards the rookie championship. But at 2:30 left to go in the session, it is still Tyler Reynolds, Madison Tall, Brennan Wilmington, Ryan Durrani for American Motorsports, Juan Rodriguez, Caleb Rose, who had a wild ride last week. Thankfully, he is okay and well enough to return to the car here for Auto Club. And there's Dustin Davis, Derek Hamill, Nelson Reeves, and Brandon Yodel with 2 minutes remaining in the session, not including the 60 seconds of bonus time that's most likely going to be granted. There's a 46 of John Andrews. I feel like we haven't mentioned his name at all during the season. Just really been out there flying extremely low underneath the radar for Macklin Hamill Motorsports. And he still is a driver, and currently mid-pack and everything. Mid-pack in the rookie points, mid-pack in the just driver's points as well. Got a nice pack of cars here with 1:30 left in the regular session. There's Keegan Thompson in the 14. Thompson currently 29th in the session, so not what he needs. And then Zachary Fitzwater has been really, really poor when it comes to qualifying in the number 9. I think this is going to be a second race in a row starting shotgun on the field, so this isn't really what Fitzwater has been like. It's not what Not sure what I'm trying to say there with a minute left in the session, but Fitzwater has been really, really hit or miss lately, and he has been missing all of his shots. So has Will Parrish, but at least Will Parrish has an excuse. Rookie to the newly formed Yo Racing, which is not doing too shabby, I would say, but doing fairly decently. There's Braden Perez, who has been lightning fast. Cameron Garlington in the 28 for Stealth Motorsports, who absolutely, his team made bank last week at Homestead for the owners' points, jumped them up, and now I got a nice, decent sized pack, and we are going to see a lot of these packs in the race to later this evening, I should say. Watch out for these guys to hit the wall off of 2, just like at Homestead. And the way these guys fan out on the opening lap, could see a caution, could not. 30 seconds remaining in the first bonus time session. Everybody is gonna try and put down one extra lap, but it looks like Tyler Reynolds is gonna try and win his first pole of the season, I believe. Yeah, I believe this would be his first pole. Yeah, his first pole of the season, barring anything changes. He and Madison Tall just a couple hundredths of a second off from one another. Let's see, is Tall going to try and advance her time, trying to locate her on the racetrack? There she is. Gonna have 30 seconds remaining here in the qualifying session. A nice train of cars here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to knock off Tyler Reynolds off the top spot. See, there's Reynolds in the 19 for Buck Racing. Buck Racing has come out of the gates swinging, I should say. 5 seconds remaining. I believe that should do it. 1, and yep, there it is. Tyler Reynolds is your pole sitter here for the Reese's 500. 5 bonus points goes to Reynolds in his points bank for winning the pole. Madison Tall, Brennan Wilmington, Derek Hamill, Ryan Durrani, Juan Rodriguez, Caleb Rose, Dustin Davis, Nelson Reeves, Brendan Yodel round out your top 10. And yeah, definitely a very, very interesting qualifying session here. Only 2 people had qualifying seconds of I should say plus 36, which Logan Williams and Zachary Fitzwater. God, Nathan Smith's team, Polar Star Motorsports, really needs to pick it up if they want a shot of making the chase or just even winning a race this season, and definitely winning the Drivers' Championship. But this is the third race, only the third race of the season. Got 36 other races to do so. So, hey, I have to see what all these guys can do. I feel like a lot of these guys are. I think we're going to see a lot of first-time winners here, but Tyler Reynolds, first pole of the season. That'll do it for the qualifying session. So, just about 45 minutes or so over on NASCAR Nerd 34 will be the Reese's 500 from the Auto Club Speedway. And until then, we will see you then. Good morning, good afternoon, and not good night quite just yet. We'll say that we'll finish that sentence after the Reese's 500 later on tonight on NASCAR Nerd 34.